Coming to you live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania and Atlanta, Georgia. This is United Fan Zone with Sean Gregg and Mikey Douglas. Hello, people. What's going on in this fine and lovely Friday Eve? We got my special guest here today, and this is United Fan Zone. Can you hear me? Am I crackling?
No, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. So, once again, I'm joined with the Pittsburgh supporters. This is a Atlanta-Pittsburgh thing. You know, we're cousins. And, we got a special guest today. First and foremost, we got Sean Gregg, as always. How you doing, Sean?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Excited for today's show. So, not too much going on in the world of Man United, but we're going to make a show out of it.
And we have, for the first time, and hopefully not the last time, we got Q in the building, representing Pittsburgh Supporters Group. Q, just say hello to the people and just give a little bit about your background, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, so first of all, thanks for having me, guys. This is fun. A little bit about my background. And, of course, Sean and I met throughout this background. So I went to a real small town college in the middle of the woods. So when I would want to watch Premier League games, I graduated back in 2016. I would have to drive from there all the way to Pittsburgh just to watch the games with the fans. And so that got me into the Pittsburgh soccer scene. And then I ended up finding Jesse, who he mentioned, the bar owner of our official bar. And then that's how I met Sean. Sean ended up coming in, World Cup around that time?
Just the season of the World Cup. Yeah, I came in for the first game of the season when we got spanked by Brentford.
And so Sean was really was kind of a diehard fan, and I was showing up to the pub for every match and everything. But when I met Sean, he was like, yo, let's take this a step further in the process, and let's make this bigger than just meeting up with friends to watch the game. So I was heavily on board with that, and he took it and ran with it, and I've pretty much been his sidekick the step of the way and helping him without all those things. So happy to be here, guys.
Bro, glad to have you for sure. And you know what? Sean has that effect. When I met him, not, online meeting him, but when I met him, he was, kind of not really doing the camera thing. And then every other day, he'd be like, yo, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Now he's made this whole thing, and it's great. Love Sean, man. So let's get into today's topic. I'll put the banner up too early so y'all can see that. But it says some news that we have from Man United. We always got a bunch of news going on. We got possible Wan-Bissaka swap for Dumfries. What's the word on that, Sean? You have any insider knowledge on that?
Yeah, I'm just going to shout it out. Allow us to play it back free. But yeah, I'm liking it. Obviously, Wan-Bissaka's going. We need a new right back. Is it going to take away from having the money for De Ligt? But overall, I like the way that Man United are moving with this one. I think it's a good deal for both clubs.
And he was rumored for a while to come to United, right? This has been in talks for a while now. So
yeah.
We think this one's a little bit more serious than just rumors, pointless rumors.
Yeah. The fact that Fabrizio Romano's reporting it on his today. So
he's reporting.
It's not close. But the two clubs are in talks about the possible swap deal. So,
gotcha.
And we know he's going. Whether he goes to West Ham, whether he goes to Inter Milan on a swap deal, we know he's going, and we need someone to cover him. So I think it's a good deal for both teams.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm having a little mic difficulties. Can y'all hear any feedback in my mic by chance?
No, actually, you're coming through fine on my end. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just got to make sure. Yeah, so my take on, I like Dumfries. I've liked him for a long time. I think he's strong. He's definitely pacey. He's fast. I can't say that I'm watching him week in and week out, but just watching him for the Netherlands, he's the one that kind of gave up that goal to Harry Kane, even though it was bang bang. I don't really think that's a penalty, but I'm also not English, so there you go. But I think he's a quality defender. He's more of a right wing back than a right back. So I would use him in that capacity, but he could defend. I'm my thing with Wan-Bissaka, bro. We've had him for a while now, and the going forward part of his game, the progressing the ball it looked like at one point that it was getting better. And we saw it in flashes for sure. But the guy can get lost when he doesn't have the ball. He can get lost. He'll have to track back a lot of times, and a lot of times he's not looking over his shoulder. How many times have we seen a goal going because Wan-Bissaka wasn't checking his man over his shoulder, and it went in? Or he's a great 1v1 defender. That's unquestionable. Goku, Mbappe, he's done it to the best of them. He's locked down the best of them, or give them problems at least. But it's defending is more than just 1v1, right? Yeah. And
he also gave away 3 penalties in 3 games last season.
And you have to be able to go forward as a wing back in this game. You have to be able to do it. It's just there's no cutting it anymore. That's just the old game was just stop, block crosses, and put crosses in. Now you have to be able to do everything and invert on top of that. Be a midfielder on top of that. We need that. So, shouts to Wan-Bissaka, man. I love you. I thought you were a great player, but, we got to do what's best for the club. So, hopefully, that's the deal, but it's just all rumors now.
Yeah, we got some comments already. Mark Cheeseman saying new blood. And then, of course, Sanjeev, as me and Q know, said, is he Dutch? Yes. Then Ten Hag wants him.
Hey man, listen, this is just like Wolves. Wolves had the Portuguese contingency. We got the Dutch one.
Yeah, exactly. So
it is what it is. It is what it is. And we are reading the comments today. We had a few gripes about people not reading the comments. We're reading them early in the show today. So please get your comments in, preferably on YouTube. But if you're not watching this on YouTube, get it in on Facebook. I'll be checking it periodically as well. But we want y'all to interact. Please ask questions and all that. We're asking you questions. Yeah. So, Rangers in advanced talks for Hannibal. I think Hannibal is garbage. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm ready to. They can have him. How many? How much? A pack of cigarettes and a pack of cigarettes and some chicken 65. You can have them. You can have them. I don't rate the guy at all. What do you guys think about this?
I saw glimpses of some promise in his play at times, but I'm also in they're in talks to sell him. Let's get the money, in my opinion. I think in the midfield we're building in other places that he doesn't really. He's not a guaranteed fit for per se, so he would have to also adapt in our midfield. So I say let's get the money. I'm kind of with you there.
Yeah, even if it's I'm hearing the reports as 8 million, 8 to 10 million, should I say? But that's 8 to 10 million towards a new CDM. And to be fair, how much is he going to play next year? He's not going to play much. You got Mount, everyone like we've had in the past, and then you talking about the McTominay thing with McTominay wanting to stay now. It looks unlikely that he's going, especially with Fulham signing 2 midfielders. So he's not going to play much, and go up into the Scottish League and show yourself.
Yeah, an 8 to 10 mil is that's a good figure for Hannibal, I think. Yeah.
And the fact that it's pure profit too. He's coming through the academy. It's pure. Yep. Oh no, no. We brought him. We brought Hannibal. So it's not pure profit. My bad.
I was gonna say that. I'm glad you cleaned it up. Because I definitely was like, oh, it's just pure profit. But yeah. Real quick. So I'm checking the Facebook now. Listen, I'm on it. I can't say I'm not on it. So Casey says, what's good? Shout out to Casey. Shout out to LA Reds. Everybody, he loves Hannibal. He's a Hannibal disciple. That's why he said, what's up? Glenn Walton says, good lads. I'm on and behaving. Hey, God bless. About time. And so I agree on Hannibal. He's crap. I can't ever figure out his role. Yeah. And I don't like to be hard on the young guys like that, but I don't know where he would play. And I don't really think he's shown enough. I don't know. He didn't do well on his loan spell, I'm hearing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, just like Alvaro, just like Pellistri, probably he might just be on the move. I want to keep Pellistri.
Yeah, Pellistri would be a good fit for the right, but with Ahmed coming through there, and he needs a breakout season again. With Plestri, you're not going to get much game time. But dude, he plays well for Uruguay, so he's one of the first names on the street on the sheet at Uruguay. And he's shown glimpses at Man United, but I think the both of them, Hannibal and Plestri, it's time to move on. So I got a comment here from Terrell. I remember Hannibal having one impactful game in the past year. Granted, I don't have a history, but yeah.
Listen, if you have to fight to remember, you're not memorable. Okay, so yeah, shout out Terrell. Appreciate you tapping in with us. But yeah, I don't see it, and I will take the $8 million. Fine, I'll take $4 million for the guy. To be fair, you know what I'm saying. I really don't rate him at all, but good luck to Jeremy Sanchez. Says time for Hannibal to go. Hey, listen, we're on the Hannibal out train. We agree. Wow, they said we couldn't do it. All right, so more departures. So Vitek, our goalkeeper, signs a new. Well, yeah, he's like our fourth choice goalkeeper, third choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he signs a new contract with Man United and then goes on loan to Accrington Stanley.
Oh boy,
yeah.
I remember that name. There's a bit.
What's that, League Two?
I'm not sure where they are now, but Glenn probably remembers this. There's actually a commercial about Accrington Stanley back in the late 80s, early 90s. I know Glenn remembers that, but that was a good commercial. I'll have to send it to you guys one day.
See, you see the Brits with their history. They just love to drop history on us, man. Look, I'm looking. Yeah, so they're in League Two.
League Two.
Okay, cool. I play a lot of FIFA, and they can go up and down. I'll start off with Clitheroe or Barnsley or someone. But yeah, anywho, Hugo as well on his way. I don't remember where Hugo's going. Does anybody?
Coventry, wasn't it?
Wigan, I think.
Wigan.
Yeah.
Wigan.
Yeah.
What do you think about that move?
I think it's good for him.
Yeah, I think it's good for him because, we got to see glimpses of him a little bit, but again, I don't see him playing a huge role in our squad, or at least I hope he isn't, because we were using him as like deep reserve with all the injury crises last year. So I think this is good for him for player development, the move, and could also be good for us depending on how he does on the loan.
Yeah, he's we have a history of sending players down to the Championship. In my opinion, it's the hardest league in the world. You got all those games, you're fighting to go. Everyone's fighting to go up. So, in my opinion, it's the hardest league in the world. Just in general, and it's a great place for people to go down. You remember David Beckham went to Preston down in the Championship, before he went at Man United. So, I think it's a great loan move for him. Get some game time, get some goals, and hopefully he can score just as many goals as he did, and good ones, just like he did in the game versus Rangers.
Glenn says, if Malacia doesn't come out of his strange injury coma, go for Alfie Doughty at Luton. I made similar comment about
Alfie Doughty. He's a good player.
Look, hey, just like clockwork, he says, I made similar comment about Andrew Robertson at Hull and got laughed at. Glenn, I will give you £200 if you could go a month without saying that. You've told us that about 7 times on stream, but Iris, you were right. The guy, he's a baller. That's how I feel about Jaden Philogene at the moment. That's how I feel like he's an absolute baller. Young kid, I think he's about 17, playing for England. So, yep. And he says he mentioned the milk advert, Ian Rush.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, look, leaving us out, leaving us out here. Q, they're leaving us out. So yeah, I think. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'll send it to you one day.
I think the Hugo move is a good move. These young guys need football, bro. I don't believe in them wasting away on the bench or like possibly being a product and not being used. They need it because But the thing is that how much of it is going to hurt us when we run into injury? I just hope we don't run into injury crisis.
Yeah,
like last season. Like God forbid that was a one-off season where I just hope that. Because we could use guys like that, like Forsen. I wanted to see more of him, but he made his move. Go get the football, son. I'm okay with that. Go get it. You only get one chance to play, one life, so go ahead and get that.
didn't we just getting a new physical coach? I think we got rid of what was the guy from Arsenal, I believe. I think we got a new fitness coach in, so hopefully things will change around when it comes to the fitness this year. And then hopefully again with Ten Hag, I heard that he was overdoing it with the players, which contributed to some of the injuries last year. So with his new coaching staff and having the ability to have all those people in the back room now to say, hey, we got too many injuries, maybe we're going a little too hard on the training, to give him a different insight into sort of things. Hopefully. Well, I don't think we're going to have the injuries like last year. I don't remember a club having 2 years in a row having injuries like this. So, it leads us into one of our next points about, where we see United this year. But I'm looking good for this year. I think a top 4 finish is definitely worthy of getting this year, especially with teams like Liverpool struggling to buy, Tottenham are struggling to buy. West Ham are doing some good business, and then Villa are losing some players. They're getting some players in, but they're losing some players too.
What do I expect? I don't think we're top 4 ready yet. I don't think. It's hard, right? That's crazy to say, but so last year I got asked. I said, I think we get top 4, and I think we win the FA Cup. I was asked that before the season started around this time in New York. The videos on my channel, Those Atlanta Reds, on YouTube if you want to see it. But I think we could do maybe top 4, bro. I really feel like we're probably 4th or 5th. We're just gonna be floating around that area the whole time. Yeah. So maybe top 4. I say I feel like we can win another trophy. Let's say I think we can win Europa, bro. Yeah, I think we can win Europa with this squad. We're Europa ready.
Yeah, I think we can win that for sure.
I think that we either, if we don't get 4th again in the Champions League, we get 5th and then win Europa and get in there anyway.
Yeah,
I have nothing to say that's the absolute. I just feel that way. I just feel it. So
all I want to see from United this year is a designated style of play and less injuries. If we can go that route where we can see a consistent style of play from Ten Hag, I know it's not his fault. A lot of injuries, you had to change a lot of things. But if we can see a consistent style of play from him, and then also, not have the injuries, I don't see why we don't finish top 4.
Yeah, and I just want to see more control too this season.
Yeah, especially in the
midfield.
It
was those 20+ shot games, and I know a lot of that was due to injury, but. I like you're saying, there was no consistency and semblance of form, and it looks like we lost control so quickly. We would score and then we would concede. It was like clockwork last season. Like we couldn't control games when we needed to. So that's going to make the difference for me. The optimist in me is loving top 4. In 3rd specifically, I guess. Realistically, I'm probably leaning more towards like 5th though for right now, because I don't know what it's going to look like with all the players back. Because remember, a lot of these players last year we didn't even get to see play together because they were injured for most of the season. So we're kind of seeing a different squad again.
Yeah, Mason Mount's like a brand new signing this year.
Exactly.
We didn't get to see him last year.
Right. He came on that one time. You called the goal and then.
I won. What was that, $120? I called it.
A lot of money.
I bet
for
on
$7 bet.
$7 bet. I won $120 for Mason Mount to score the next goal.
Yep.
I got a few comments. So Glenn saying the Accrington advert. He sent me the YouTube link for it, so he beat you there. And I think we will win the league. And City, Liverpool, Arsenal look burnt out by their races. I don't know if I could say that about City.
I don't know if I can say that about City, and I don't know if I can say that about Arsenal, but I keep saying this, dude. We lost Fergie. Look what happened. Arsenal lost Arsene Wenger. Look what happened. You think you're going to lose Jurgen Klopp and you're going to be fine, especially with a guy that's never beat Ten Hag? You're in for a rude awakening this year, Liverpool. It is not going to be smooth sailing. And the fact you can't sign anybody. It's not going to be smooth sailings for Liverpool this year.
Clip him. Clip that up. I'm not saying
Clip it. I'm
not saying that.
I'll clip it myself.
Look, man. Listen, it could be new manager bounce.
Yeah,
for a year. It could be it could be, or it could be exactly what you're saying.
With a wish 10 hack.
Liverpool, they're funny, man. And you know what? You know what's crazy? I just feel like when Darwin Núñez decides that he wants to be a clinical footballer, they'll be tough. They'll be tough because they have a good front three.
Darwin Núñez is about as good as what Fernando Torres at Chelsea. You can hit the back end of a barn door.
Ooh, he's
That guy
on 10. He scored 10 goals in Copa.
Yeah, from a screamer, but then he will fucking miss a damn sitter right in front of the goal. Like it's all luck with him. He's 100. Like he's for me, he's like Anthony. He's 100 million waste.
Damn. Glenn says Toby Collier gonna be a breakthrough like Kobe.
Who was it?
Toby Collier.
Oh, yeah, could be. He's how old? Is he 20 or he's like around? I think he's around 20. Kobe's age.
Yeah, he's 19, I believe.
Okay. Got some more comments. Jordan Long says Scouse bastards. Always valid. Always valid. Sanjeev, Ten Hag probably loses his job without top 4 unless he wins Europa League. Wow, we're already saying the man's gonna lose his job.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
We're already saying that? Sanjeev, come on, brother. What are we, you can't say that already, Sanjeev. It's July, Sanjeev.
He's saying he's going to jail.
Yeah, Mark says he's going to jail. Yeah, hey, listen. He should. I don't know what that guy was thinking, but that's not how you protect your family.
And the worst thing about it though is like I've showed Q the clip. There's actually a clip of him. So like I do get it. The fact that, you know, at the end of the day, he said he was trying to protect his family. But why are you running down towards the goal to throw a chair at somebody away from your family? That doesn't constitute protecting your family. And he did it, and he's been clipped doing it. So I don't want to hear the excuses he was protecting his family in that instant, because you try to throw a chair into the crowd of people where there was kids. So, you know, is one, you know, I don't agree with it.
Yeah, and also it's like, Uruguay, why isn't your security group? You're supposed to have a security group. Why is just your security group making sure that the players' families and such are accounted for? Mm-hmm. That's what are you doing? Like, granted, there's craziness going on in the stands. The players' families and stuff have to come off. They have to be protected. Like, why aren't you doing that? I feel what you're saying, but you can't protect your family by yourself in a crowd of 10,000 people in one area. You know, it's not gonna work. Sandeep says not saying he should be fired. Jimmy gonna do it. Who's Jimmy?
So Jim Ratcliffe.
Oh, Jimmy. That's okay. Okay. We'll get Gareth Southgate. He needs a job.
No.
What's up, Saji? Saji in the building. What's going on? Saji at Top Red says hi, Mikey Douglas. Love you, Saji, man. Can't wait to see you in South Carolina. Can't wait to see all of you in South Carolina who's coming through. And that's going to bring us to our next one. They're going to LA, but nobody cares about that.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody cares about that. I saw them play Arsenal last year in New York, whatever. 1 week from South Carolina. That says Carolina. I don't know. What are we excited for?
Just real quick, we got a message from the Adventures of Tom. He said, "Evening, lads. Southgate, hell no." I agree with you there, Tom.
And we're all in agreement on that. My God, we'll play in the championship if we get that guy. But yeah, 1 week away from South Carolina, man. I'm stoked. I already got my hotel booked. I got my car picked out. I'm gonna drive down. I'm packing a bag. I'm buying little stuff now. I'm spending the weekend down there because there's no way I was going to come up and down the same day. That's insane. It's a 3.5 hour drive here from where I live. And I still got to go down into the heart of the city, pick people up, and then go north towards South Carolina. So how are we feeling, guys? How are we feeling as we get closer?
Pretty good. We got an Airbnb ourselves. How many we got, Sean? Is there gonna be 7 or 8 of us? Seven coming. So really excited about that Airbnb to accommodate that crew, and we got it for Friday night, Saturday night. So we'll also be there through the weekend a little bit. But really, I'm mainly excited just to see like that many Manchester United fans in one area and just hang out with all the fellow fans and meet like the other chapters and stuff. Yeah, what do you think, Sean?
Yeah, I said it on Monday. I've been fortunate enough to see a lot of Man United games.
Yeah.
I've been fortunate enough to go to Villa Park, Stamford Bridge to see Man United, Old Trafford, a whole bunch. So for me, I'm more excited about meeting the supporters groups down there. Meeting Mikey, doing content for the show down in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thing. I'm more excited about going and meeting everybody. And not only that, getting it to get to see a Man United game with a huge group of friends that I've met, and looking forward to doing that. So,
yeah. What do we think of the traveling squad? Any surprises on that, or did you guys already cover that? Like the players that were excluded from the preseason squad?
Real quick, let me get these comments in real fast.
Oh, yeah,
so Jordan Long says United will be 5th this year. Villa, Arsenal, City, Spurs, United, West Ham, Liverpool, Newcastle, and Chelsea in 9th. Okay, that's a crazy list, but all right, I'm not disagreeing or agreeing.
Parlay.
Jordan, I'm clipping that, baby.
Parlay.
Glenn says Nunez couldn't hit a cow's arse with a banjo. Okay. True indeed. SC is going to be a movie, says Jordan Long. Sanjeev says, oh, yeah, dude, and Adventures of Tom. What do you think of the new away kit? I like it. Do you reckon Sancho will get game time this season? Let me tap in on that real fast. Sancho is very happy to be in LA right now. He is ecstatic, and it makes sense. It makes sense. He's an LA type of guy. No disrespect to the LA guys, but he seems like he would enjoy that fully. And that kit plus the jacket is sick.
I'm ordering it tomorrow. I don't care if people complain that it looks like Chelsea's kit or whatever. I don't care. I love it. I love that blue kit.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I'm ordering it tomorrow. So.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get it too. I'm not gonna lie. Or my birthday's coming up in September, so it'll just be a birthday gift.
Yep.
No, yeah, Sancho. I think Sancho will probably see some playing time, though. To be honest, like it's the media is really blowing it up that they've mended their beef. So it's like that to me sounds like Ten Hag's probably going to utilize him. But the problem is, I mean, the right became sort of Garnacho's position. We also have Antony fighting for it. We also have Ahmad fighting for it. It's like Sancho, I guess, can play on the left.
Sancho said he doesn't want to play on the right. He wants to play on the left.
Oh, he said that? Okay. Mm-hmm. Then that's good because then he and Rashford can fight for the left.
Yeah. I'm okay with the competition. I think every team needs competition to get into. Like nobody has a divine right to start at all, except for Bruno Fernandes. Only Bruno and Martinez are the only guys, and Onana, I guess, that could start and full on. Everybody else, you guys fight. And I guess Cubby can start too without any contention, right? But everybody else, fight for it, and we'll figure it out later. The Adventures of Tom says, what do you rate the new signings out of 10? Xerxa, I will say
I'm going 7.
Without seeing them play, I think it's a 6. I think it answers the. I give it a 6 because it answers the backup striker problem. So it answers it. Now, does it effectively answer it? Only time will tell. Okay, so who else we got?
Euro.
Once again, 6 answers the question that we needed. I think I say 6 because I haven't seen him play yet. Yeah. I can't say. I just think it's good business for the price, and it answered a need that we have. It's like recruiting for college football. We had a need. And we fulfilled it, and it's a top quality. So, okay with that 6. If we could get the lick, wrap that up. Happy with that. Done with the defending conversation. As far as we do, I definitely do think we need a left back because I'm hearing talks that Malacia is still kind of far behind in his recovery. He keeps hitting roadblocks. He's almost ready, then gets hurt. It might be time to move on from that guy. Not sure, but as far as those two signings, they answer the need that we have. Ugarte, that would be great. That would be excellent. I'd be over the moon for that. I'd feel like we're almost ready at that point. That would be a higher number, maybe a 7 or 8, because Casemiro can't do it.
We think you got a deal done before the last game of the preseason. Jordan is saying, no, I don't. I think this goes into August. I think Man United don't have the money for Ugarte right now, and unless PSG drop their price and we can get rid of a player, I don't actually think he's going to come in at all unless we can get rid of a midfielder.
Casey says, how was doing good business at 6 should be at 7 and above because you got position that you needed. It's only 6 now because 6 is above average, right? Mm-hmm. They're doing decent business, but I don't rate Xerxa high enough to feel like, yo, we did 10 out of 10 striker. We got a proven guy that's going to get 30 goals a season. Can't say that. I can't say it.
What do you think, Hugh? What do you think of the signings?
I like 6s also. I mean, so my thing with Euro is he's very young, and I know he fills a need, and I know there's a lot of promise. But my thing is I'm always just a little hesitant on the super young lads, you know. Mm-hmm. So, but again, he can change my mind very quickly this season. So I just need to see him play. That's like I want to see him play with the United squad. Like I want to see it with our players. I need to see them play with our players. But yeah, I mean, that's sort of my 2 cents on that. But I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think I'm a little more excited about him just because. Again, back to that competition factor, like he and Højlund can really sort of like push and bring the best out of each other, even if they're playing together or if they're fighting for that position, depending on the like style of play. Like I just see that as a benefit. Mm-hmm. Now, De Ligt, if we could bring De Ligt in, I think that would be more like an 8 or something, you know, rating out of 10, because I think that really fulfills the most like important need right now. So that's the one I'm most excited for that hasn't been, you know, completed yet. So,
yeah, the De Ligt deal for me is really exciting on a number of factors. We all know he has an injury problem, but you know, I'm sure he's going to be fine this year. He's mainly a shoulder injury and a little bit of a knee injury, but the fact that he already knows Ten Hag's style of play, and we're bringing the guy in to sit next to a guy that already knows Ten Hag's style of play. They both have the ability to get back. They both have the ability to move up to the halfway line and play the ball. And then if one of them's doing it, the other one's good enough to drop back or even be able to fast enough to get back. Because De Ligt does have some pace. Not the fastest defender in the world, but he does have pace to get back. So I think that deal is an 8, possibly a 9 if he can stay healthy. Euro, I'm gonna
Martinez, Manu, and him play together. I think that would be a really fun trio to see play.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to stop right there. So Big Mikey texted us the other day and was like, or I believe it was on the show about, you know, Martinez moving into midfield. What did I send to you today? Yeah. What did I send to you today, Big Mikey?
Brother, I'm an oracle, okay? I know I am. This you see up here, all this is filled with is college football knowledge and ball knowledge. That's all. I know nothing else, all right? I am an oracle. I see the future, and I don't see why in certain situations, okay? I don't want to get my head ripped off. I already said something about win-backs, and Glenn was ready to knock me out. But I don't see why in certain situations that we have a good passer and a guy that can break up play. It's all you need to do at CDM. Progress the ball forward, put out fires. He can do that. He can do it. He's a little mean son of a bitch. And he can do it. That's what we need. We need that 5'9" ugly muscle back there to break up play, press the lines, play a pass forward that's going to put the defense in danger. Like, he can do it. I'd love this guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm on the Martinez train. He can do no wrong.
Yeah, it's just a matter of being able to watch him play because he's been so injured, right? So
Yeah.
it's been
Tim Coy says, Q, sup, Jeeves? And Adventures of Tom says, let's hope Rashford comes out of this season as he was really below par last season. Get him fired on all cylinders. Then we are good. Sorry, Q, if I cut you off.
No, you're good, man. Yeah, like Rashford, we've seen that with Rashford. He can go roller coaster, have a great season, then kind of dip. And then, so I don't know if we'll see a rise again, but I do think, kind of getting snubbed from the squad for Euros, like, might be like a wake up call a little bit to get his act together and, try to produce a little bit more. Cause, going from 2 seasons ago to last season, it was just like, man, that was like a 180. So like, it would be nice to see Rashford also stabilize in some form, and like we know what we're gonna see. So I don't know. That's my 2 cents on Rashford.
My hope for Rashford is that he stops thinking so much. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Just be fearless, bro. Be as fearless as you were when you were 21, when you were breaking onto the scene and scoring 2 goals in your first game.
Like take on players and just.
Be fearless, bro. Like we already love you. We love you. You're the Manchester guy. You're the face of Man United, bro. Like we love your work that you do, the philanthropy you do.
Cheering for you, yeah. So
we want to be behind you.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
And there's gonna be trolls. There's gonna be weirdos and racists and all the other stuff that just comes with playing football, right? But we love you, bro. We just want to see you win. So stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. Just go after it. Because it's sometimes when he slows down and it's like he's trying to do too much. And it's like, bro, every time you were great, you were just going at guys and you were fearless. And I feel like as he's getting older, he's starting to realize, and this is all speculation, I don't know the guy, but if like when you get older, you start feeling your body a little bit more. You start thinking things a little bit more, and the wheels are turning more instead of you just going after it. I want to see him go back after it, bro. That's all.
Youthfulness again, just love of the game and taking players,
just go after it, bro.
But
hopefully Rue can put that in him this year, because Rude was like that. He was fearless, He would stick his head Rude was like Martinez. He'd stick his head when it's right next to the goal. It didn't care if he got hit in the head as long as he scored a goal. So hopefully, even with Zertsky, the strikers, hopefully that's what Rue can do. He's a great man manager. I did a lot of research in with him at PSV, and all of the players there, were raving about how good he was as a man manager. So
I think the best coaches are they're man managers. They know how to deal with guys no matter the temperament. I remember Fergie saying that he would yell at certain guys to get Rooney to understand, or he would yell at Rooney to get other guys to understand, right? Because Rooney could take it, but he knew the other guys like Nani and them, they wouldn't take well to it. That's man management, bro. And I feel like Ten Hag has it a little bit in him.
Yeah.
But there's times where he gets a little rigid. Those Dutch, man. Those Dutch, they have a different way of speaking than the rest of us, right? So they and they don't mean anything by it. That's just how they are. This is how they are. So I'm sure he's the same way. Couple more comments. Jeremy Sanchez, shout to Jeremy, Big Germ. We get the lick and play Leach at CDM. He gives you some pre-eyes with that one. Somebody told me this. All right. Yeah. Hey, listen, just follow the oracle, bro. Just follow the oracle. I won't steer you wrong. Adventures of Tom, I think Rude at the club will help him massively. Was very greedy at some points last season. Looking forward to it, bro. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready. I would just start this weekend. Start it this weekend. Somehow make these preseason games worth points. I'm ready to go.
Dude, I am like fired up for next. Like, I know you said this last night, Q. I heard you over talking to Dabney, and you said it's starting to hit me, like how excited you were about next week. So so like again, like I'm so excited for next week, just to be able to go down and just feel that liveliness of the Premier League starting officially. So well, it actually starts Saturday when we play Arsenal. So.
We need to be at this preseason game. I know it's a preseason match, but we need to be singing songs.
Oh, we will be singing songs, dude.
We need to have our flags. We need all our respective supporters group flags. I want to show out because the Arsenal one was cool. There was some green and there's the Glazers out. Yeah, the Glazers out flares. I really enjoyed that. I got a recap of that one last year on my channel as well. Those Atlanta Reds. Like and subscribe, please. If you want to see some stuff on there. But yeah, I was there and that was amazing to me. I thought that was great. And it was a little tailgate, but I just want to see the togetherness. And I'm ready for this season to start really bad. I don't know. So anything else?
Yeah, I was just gonna say real quick. We have to go to the pub before Thursday and get before Wednesday and get that flag.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say one last comment too about you mentioned open practice. I guess isn't happening in South Carolina. Is that the case?
What's that?
Open practice?
No. I spoke to Manchester United today. They're not doing an open practice down in South Carolina.
So just for anybody listening,
little flex right there. I talked to Man United today.
I'm the president. We had a president's meeting today. Okay, with Manchester United, and I brought it up, but no, they're not doing anything. But
yeah, so for anybody listening, can't meet the players for signatures, unfortunately.
Hopefully we get to see him walking around South Carolina. I know and you were going down early, so
yeah, I've never been to that city, but
it's not big.
Like Pittsburgh, I know a bunch of people have seen Liverpool and Real Betis players walking around Pittsburgh. So
yeah. Just a few comments. The Ventures of Tom. Community Shield first. Let's start off with some silverware. Sorry, Tom, but I'm going to say this first, and I say it to every single goddamn Arsenal fan. That doesn't count.
It doesn't count. It's not silverware.
It's
just a large dinner plate.
Terrell Williams, make sure you'll get videos in South Carolina. Terrell, all the videos will be on this channel. We're going to be doing interviews down there. We're going to be getting live footage of everybody down there. And then Mikey's got a camera. I've got a camera. We're going to be doing everything we can to get as much content as we can. So we'll definitely be putting content out for that.
I'll do some documentary style for it. That's mainly what my first channel is documentary style and obscure facts about the club. We went to Germany, did the Munich thing. So I'll definitely be doing one of those, and it will be on here and on those Atlanta Reds for sure.
Yeah. And then Sanjeev is which hotel are they staying in? Actually, don't answer that, he said. I actually got that information today, Sanjeev, and I will tell you later.
We need to find out where the Liverpool people are staying and just let some horns off.
So they can't
maybe
sleep.
pull the fire alarm. Do some dumb stuff for a preseason match that has no consequence.
Oh, I know, but that's going to be fun with the Man United and Liverpool fans down there. Who did you go see? Who was at Arsenal last year in New York, right?
Yeah, and that
was the fans.
We had a couple local Reds that went to that one. Did you like that one?
It was cool. I had a great time. Like Sean said, I've been able to see Man United in Manchester. Mm-hmm. And that's always going to trump anything, right? But the togetherness of it, a lot of the bigger creators, I'm a YouTube guy, so a lot of the bigger creators that I watch, they were there. I was able to interact with them, get on their channels, and just meeting people, making the connections, being able to like share. People bought out a ball, people were kicking ball, they had good food. New York is just a time. Yeah. Every time it's just a blast every time. So it was great. The only thing I'll say that I didn't like is that they did a stupid penalty shootout at the end of the match.
Yeah, what was that about? We won the game. Why were they doing a penalty shootout?
I do remember that. Now you're saying that. Yeah.
I didn't like that, and it just seemed like, oh yeah, so here's the game, and here's a little extra something for you guys since we, charge you $400 for the nosebleed. So here's a little something, like it's gonna take you $70 to get home in your Uber. So here's a penalty shootout, which United won as well. Yeah. It's cool, but it's preseason, so you can't really I'm just there to see how the guys look. They looked good. We ended up not being that good.
Yeah, the results in preseason, like you're saying, they don't matter as much as just the connections, like with all the other chapters. I think. I mean, obviously, we want to see the players and we want to check in on them, but we all know nobody's going to be giving like 100% or anything. So
that's the Community Shield's going to be the first time that we see all of these players back together. And to be honest, we might not, especially with so many people not going on this tour. I don't know if we will see Martinez and Yoro together, or even Luke Shaw be playing. And if they do, it's not going to be the full game. I don't think, even for the Community Shield.
Yeah, I'm not. I like it, bro. Just to piggyback on what you're saying, guys. Don't write anything to anyone talking about, silverware, we're gonna beat you, because they use it against you at the end. Okay, when I had an Arsenal fan, I think it was last season, not this season, just probably last season, when they won it against City, right? And I was like, well, Ten Hag won something when we won the Carabao Cup, and they were like, well, we won the Community Shield, that's a trophy. And it's like, bro, how shameless are you to count that? That's like the Audi Cup. That's the last thing Spurs won, was the Audi Cup. It's the same thing as the Audi Cup. Okay, please don't give them any footing, because anytime we lose, it doesn't matter. We lost to whatever the hell team that was a couple weeks ago, and those guys are, look at Man United. And since then, everybody has lost to another team. Chelsea couldn't even beat Wrexham.
They lost. They draw. What was
I think it was 2-2. You know what I'm saying? But that means nothing. I'm not like, look at Chelsea, they lost to Wrexham. It's like, okay, they drew to Wrexham, but
I think we drew with Wrexham last summer, didn't we?
Yeah, you listen. I can't tell people how to feel, but I just think it's nonsense, really.
Yeah, it's the only reason I'm going to celebrate that, and Q will the Community Shield, and Q will know this, is every now and again we have a certain Man City guy that comes in, and we like to wind him up. So that's the only reason I'm going to celebrate that one if we win it. But I'm not going to celebrate it as a trophy. I'm not going to sit here and we got our first silverware of the season. It used to be called the Charity Shield. It's a charity game, when the proceeds go to charity, man. You know what I mean? It's not, for me, it's not silverware. It's not something to go, hey, we won it. And the reason Arsenal fans are doing that is because they've won one trophy. They've got the greatest manager since Arsene Wenger, and he's won one trophy on the back of a different manager's team. So, there's a reason they put the bottle on their shirt this year. Have you not seen that? Have you not seen their kit? It looks like a bottle.
Ooh, hey man, this is why I love it. This is why I love football. Okay, I love the shots. I love it. I mean, I'm just ready, bro. I'm ready. Anything else you guys want to touch on before?
No, I'm good. What about the listeners? Anything you guys want to talk about? Anything that that we can chat and discuss? Let's give them a few minutes.
Because bro, I mean, this team, bro, is everything. And when it's gonna be kind of tough for me to watch and be at the pub this season, being that my wife is about to give birth in a couple months. But appreciate that. But I'm gonna be watching. If she gives birth during a United game, I will be watching. It'll be on the TV in the background, So
you better have a Man United onesie for that baby.
I had one for Avery. I definitely had one for my 5-year-old, so I gotta definitely stop and get some.
The day my son came out of hospital, he came out in a Man United jersey, Man United onesie. Literally, the day we took him out of a hospital, he came out in a Man United onesie. So,
yeah, Avery had one. It was the pink one. Mm-hmm. It was when we had the pink kits. I love that kit.
Nice. I kind of liked those.
Yeah, I like that one with the black letters. I love that.
It's one of the only ones I don't have. Unfortunately, I had every Man United kit from round about 92 up until like 2005, home, away. Because back then, they had a Man United kit once every 2 years, not every season like they do now, thanks to the Glaziers. But unfortunately, they got lost in the UK, and my mum was only able to find this. So this is why I've only got these.
I stopped buying out of protest for the Glazers a while back. So every time I get a kit, somebody bought it for me.
Yeah.
Like they just bought it. Like I didn't ask. They just were like, "Hey, I know you like this here," and I'm like, "I wish you wouldn't have spent the money, but thanks." Like, but I'm not spending my money to do it. But now with Ineos and all that, maybe I can splurge a little bit more cash on that.
We got to pay for that new stadium, baby. You better get a kit. We got to pay for that new stadium.
Yeah, about that. What's the news on that? Any is the
So
are we still leaking?
So I heard today again. Don't go at me because I was on a call with Man United, but there was some talks about that, and then also news online that they Ineos are going to consult Manchester United fans about that, but they're not ruling it out. And to be fair, it's kind of like the new camp. They called it I can't remember the name of it. They called it something, the sponsor, then the new camp. Yeah. So I think it might be something like Ineos Old Trafford. So I think the route is they're going to sell the naming rights, but I think it's going to keep Old Trafford in there. Say kind of like Barclays is a huge bank in the UK. It'll be kind of like, well, they do the Premier League, so they can't do Man United, but it'll be the Barclays Old Trafford. So that's the route I think they're going to go. But at the end of the day, we need money. We need that cash investment. We need a new stadium. I die-hard Man United fan, but at the end of the day, sometimes it's time for something new. If we want to get these young players like Yoro, maybe Zersky, I'm hoping he's going to turn out well. But you got to show them a new stadium. And I don't know if anyone's seen it yet, but has anyone seen the new Man United tunnel?
Yes, I saw that. It looks like a nightclub.
Dude, it looks fire though. Compared to
it looks fire. But everybody's like, "Oh, you put some new lights up and a slap of paint, and people go crazy." I'm like, bro, it's the best we've seen in a while.
They're making an effort.
I was in that tunnel. I know what it looks like.
Yeah. They're making an effort. They're upgrading parts that they can upgrade. Just like
they found areas they weren't happy with and we're upgrading. Yeah.
As long as they fix that roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if we lose again and then it pours down like that, I don't know. That week was hard, bro.
It was tough.
Losing that game tough. And then seeing that and then getting bantered by everybody, it was like, you know what, bro? That's what made me look at the Glazers with another level. I thought I had no more hatred in my heart for the Glazers, but they always find a way, or something always happens that elevates that hatred, and that rain pouring through there like that. Big Man United can't patch their roof. Big Man United, you can't use the phone at the grounds. There's no Wi-Fi at the grounds. Big Man United, and there's rats running around. Yeah. Like I stayed at Hotel Football once, and I went outside when I used to smoke cigarettes. I went outside to have a cigarette, and like you're standing literally 30 feet away from the stadium. Like it's close as fuck. I'm sorry, excuse my language. For anyone that doesn't know, but it's like a stone's throw, and I'm seeing rats running around the entranceways. It's like, and now granted, there's water right there. There's water right behind the stadium. There's a whole so rats are gonna happen, but it was still a disgrace to see how many. It's like we gotta turn that up, bro. We gotta because they're in the ground, and it's just not a good look.
Yeah, and that's why I think we need a new stadium. And to be fair, it's not just the stadium, is it, that they're trying to build up? They're trying to build up the entire surrounding area,
grounds, right?
It's the great, but it's the grounds, and then building new houses, new hotels for people to stay at. Because
I forget if they had a phrase for it, but it was like the whole. There was a big map of it. They were building out like the whole area. You're right. So
not to kind of like City has done. You go to city area, it's actually kind of nice not to
you have to revitalize that area. You have to. It's just it's not the best looking area. Respect to everybody in Manchester, but it's not the best looking area in the world. It's not really appetizing. The parking is terrible. It's not. You have to. So you buy at a club, you have to. But also, I'm hoping that, and I'm driving this point home all the time, bro. I want to see the prices of tickets level. I want to see them level and I want to see them go down for the everyday guy, the plumber, the damn guy that works construction, the guy that just, he doesn't have that much time to take his kid. I want to see that they able to go to the games and can afford it, because it's going up 4% and 6% every year.
It is, but I'm going to give a little bit of credit here to the UK. It is going up, but how much cheaper is it to go to watch a Man United game compared to go to watch, say, a Steelers game or a North Carolina, Panthers game? It's a lot cheaper. We're talking at least $100 cheaper to go to see Man United if you get tickets from Man United. Now, obviously, if you get them from other places, they're going to be more expensive. But I went last year. We have a company that we use, and I got 3 tickets to Old Trafford and a hotel room for the night, and I paid just over 250 British pounds.
Here's the difference.
That's cheaper than going to watch. Cheaper than going to watch a game in.
But didn't we use our sports breaks connection though?
But I didn't get a discount for that though. I didn't.
You didn't.
Discount.
Oh, okay.
I didn't. No. Yeah.
The difference between that is that, like, here, and I've been to plenty of, we have the Falcons here. We have that $1 billion stadium, the Benz, right? Mm-hmm. I've been to countless games there. I've been to MetLife. I've done all that. I expect to be robbed. Mm-hmm. I expect to pay $60 for parking. I know what time it is. Yeah. This has been a gradual increase for you guys for the last 15, 20 years, right? Ever since probably since 95, it's been on the up.
Yeah.
Right? For us, we've always known you're going to go to a game, probably not basketball as much, but you're going to go to a football game. It's going to cost you, and you're going to pay, and it's going to be $300, and you're going to sit in the nosebleeds. Hell, the Super Bowl, to get decent seats on the 50 is like $7,000.
Yeah.
And people have to hopefully go to the Super Bowl. Like, it's a thing, like, I want to go before I die because it costs that much money. The flight, whatever, it's going to cost you. That's a constant in our thing. We're the capitalist nation, most ultra capitalist nation. That's our MO. But for you guys riot behind that shit. We don't do that. We don't protest behind it. We might bitch a little bit, then we pay it.
Yeah.
We're not calling for owners to leave. I don't. Mm-hmm. We're not doing that. So that's the difference. That's the difference. It's a crime for you guys because you're not used to that. Us, we used to getting robbed.
I remember a certain person with support from everybody flying a banner over an American stadium asking for owners to leave.
Yep, that's right. I was just thinking maybe it's time for another one.
It sounds. Was it? I think it was the Fort Lauderdale guys, and maybe Philly. Yeah, I think it was the Philly guys.
Yeah. Philly sounds right.
It definitely was. Yeah. Just a comment for.
Do you guys talk to the surrounding Pittsburgh area, like group, like Pennsylvania area, like?
We had some people in from Detroit last season. We had a really good time with them.
We've been getting a bigger reach, actually. We had some, I was saying, like, even when I first started coming down to the city to watch the games, I was driving like an hour, just to come watch the game with other fans. So yeah, we do have a decent outreach. Like, it's not just all people in the city.
Yeah, we had some people come down from Canada last year to watch a game with us from the Canada sports group.
Yeah, and a lot. Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I think a few of our guys are in the Canada ones.
Right.
Like a few of our Indian cats that we got, they kind of run that Canada thing up there. Nice. Shout out to Varun. Varun's coming to South Carolina. Varun's great. You guys are gonna meet Varun. He's a character.
Good.
Yeah, just a quick comment from Jordan Long. Good shit, fellas. Glory, glory, Man United. South Carolina ain't ready for us.
Let's go.
It ain't ready. It's not.
Man United versus Liverpool in SEC country, man. Come on.
Right.
All right, so we're at an hour. We could go as long as we want. We don't have any sponsors. We're not not yet, but we can go as long as we want, man. But it's been a good hour. We'll be back on Tuesday, 8:00. Is it Monday? Oh yeah, Tuesday is the casual show. Okay, yeah. We'll be back on Monday, 8:00. thank you, Q, for coming on, man. You know you're always welcome to come on. You're
Thank
always welcome. I'm sure there's gonna be times you have to fill in for me.
Sure.
Oh, there's
So
gonna be
prepare.
times he fills in for you.
Yeah, so please prepare for that. And yeah, any last words that you guys want to end with?
No. Yeah, for me is I can't wait to see you next week, and I can't wait to see everybody next week. So you know, we're going to be doing the show Monday. Obviously, we won't be doing the show Thursday because we're going to be in South Carolina. I'll be in South Carolina. I might be able to do it on the phone, but let's see. But we think driving down Wednesday night, staying at a hotel so we can get there early Thursday. So we can just have a good time down in South Carolina. So not just with the Man United game, but you know, to relax and stuff and have some drinks. So.
All right, cool, man. Cool. Q, once again, thanks, man. You want to leave us with anything?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you both for having me on. This was a really good experience and love the talking points and really excited to all hang out in person very soon.
Sounds good. Hey, until next time, this has been United Fan Zone and Glory, Glory, Man United, up the Reds. Time for the awkward part because I still haven't finished.
You still haven't done it.
It's coming. It's coming. Y'all have a good night.
See you later. Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.